Okay, hi. Had a question on selecting things in camera views from a new pro user, so I thought I'd demonstrate some things. Like when I said to left click on something, that's exactly what I meant, or you can right click. I just right click, that's the reason I got this here. Let's open this up. Now in the general tab, it shows you the pitch of that roof plane. You can go to the selected line tab, and it'll give you the angle. Let's go over here and open that one. That one's at -90. See, that one's at -45. And all of these roof planes, I think, are the same pitch. I think they're all 612. So what's this saying? You can, when I selected this, you can see that this line is selected because this selection edge handle is bigger than that one, or that one. So that's the line selected. Now, if you just click on the roof plane, it depends on kind of where you click. See how that this is now the selected line, that's the selected line, and you can find out on the selected line tab what that angle is. In other words, the angle of that ridge is 0, 0. Okay, so it's not that complicated. Just left click, or you can right click on roof planes. You can left or right click on any object. There's a window. Let's click on this wall here. Now the first thing you click by default is the selected area here. So we'll go select next. Then I get to just that wall. And again, okay, here's the angle, 180 degrees, and there's the length. Now something I like to do, like, okay, let me show you about that dialog. I'm going to go back to it. And up here it says lock, start, end, or center. Well, how the heck do you know what's the start, end? Oh, the center is easily enough to figure out, but what's the start and the end? Let's fix that up. I'm going to go to Edit Preferences. I think it's CAD. Well, okay, I'll have to look around a little bit. Maybe it's Edit. There it is. Here it's on the Edit tab, Edit, Start and End Indicators. See, it's unchecked, so they weren't showing. It's very handy. If you want to adjust the angle, or, well, if you want to adjust the length of a wall, you need to use Start and End Indicators turned on. So we'll click OK. Now I'll click on that wall again. Okay, I can't see it in a camera view. But let's take a look at it in plan view now that I've got that turned on. Bingo. End. Start. And then the center is, of course, the center. And that's only appearing because I told it to appear. And I think it shows, yeah. See, I click on that roof plane. There's the start of the selected line of this. This is a polyline, three-dimensional polyline object being used as a roof plane. So it has an end and a start. We'll go into CAD mode. I'm going to hit F2. I'll draw a CAD line here, and you'll see the same thing appear. See, when it's selected, there's a start, there's the end, there's a start, there's the end. But not all objects, you know, you get to create yourself. I mean, like this, and it's nice to know what's the end, what's the start. So now I can take this line here, and I'm going to lock the end that's that's over here, and then change the length. Well, change it to 20 feet, 240 inches. Click OK. Well, that's what it did. So really knowing your software makes a difference. And let's say I don't want inches shown here. I'm going to go to the Number Style tab. We'll change it to feet and inches. See, the default's inches. Now it says 20 feet. I've been using this software so long, I don't remember all. I mean, I've just seen this so often. I knew the 240 inches was 20 feet. I'm not Einstein or anything. Let's go to decimal feet. You know, like when you're doing site plans, decimal feet is a handle we call out because surveyors often use that. Let me see if that. Okay, let's change that to 21.9 feet. I'm going to put the foot mark in there. And now that line is 21.9 feet. What's that in feet and inches? Well, you can change this display, and there it is. It's 2110 and 13/16. Or in decimal inches, 262.8. You get the idea. I can have over on this line style tab, on line tab, the angle's 00. Let's change that. So that's in degrees. If you want, now I'm not a mental giant, so I don't know where you would use azimuth bearing and quadrant bearing and so forth. But you're welcome to look that up, and if you ever need it. But oftentimes I'll make a line display in pitch, and that's 0 and 12 right now. Let's take the end of it. I'm going to hit the Control key, then left click and drag, and just take that off of its 00 angle. And now it's 2 1/4 inch in 12 pitch, or in degrees it's 10 point, and then all its digits. Let's look at minutes and seconds. It's just a different way to express the same thing. It's like English, French, and Spanish. It's just different ways to state the same significance. Okay, so we'll put these back to their default values. I prefer feet and inches over inches. Let's see if there's anything else useful I can do here. I mainly just wanted to demonstrate that start and end thing. There's the end and start. And it's just the way the software is programmed. You can argue that maybe this ought to be the start and that ought to be the end. But nevertheless, it just is what it is, and once it's assigned, that's the way the program, quote, thinks, unquote. It doesn't think. But that's the way it's programmed to work. So, oh yeah, you were talking about framing angle. Let's build some framing here. We'll go to framing, build framing. I'm just going to do this really quick. I'm just going to do the roof framing because you were kind of asking about that. We'll build the roof framing. And yeah, I want it displayed. Okay, so let's open that framing member and take a look. See what, okay, that's 00 and an angle of 00 in plan view. Okay, let's look at this from a different viewpoint, in a cross section, backlit cross section, and we'll isolate that one rafter. The backclip camera only shows what from where you left click and create a viewpoint to where you release the mouse. So we're only going to be looking at that one rafter. And why is it not there? Because I don't have it turned on. I'm going to go to Display, Options, Framing, Roof Framing. Okay, and you can see it's turned off. That's why I can't see it. There it is there. Okay, well there's the one I had isolated in plan view. Let's take a look at this. I just clicked on it. I left clicked on it. You can right click on it. Either way works. Okay, and this angle here is its angle in plan view. So in plan view, Control Tab, that's the angle. That's from left to right, perfectly straight, horizontal. That's 0.0. This one would be 90 degrees. Let's see, and it is. And so on. This one here, not that one, this one, that's at an angle of 45. And it's 45 because this is a 612 roof plane and that's a 612 roof plane. And like roof planes, when they create a valley, created at 45 degrees invariably. Okay, let's go back to that camera view. And let's look at this some more. Let's go to, I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I was thinking that it would give the angle, the 3D angle, but it doesn't. So we'll have to revert to that method that I was suggesting to you. I'm going to go to my line, a two-dimensional line here, and let it snap on there, and let it should, yeah, okay. You don't have to use the Control key in Pro, because, especially Pro 10, because it has a tendency to want to snap to place. Let's pull that off there. You can see that it's an analog of this angle, and we can open that selected line, and there's the angle. That's what I was talking about. So if you have a cut, if I wanted to know, of course, that's obviously 90 degrees. That's obviously 0.0. But I think you were talking about like miter cuts that come together and so forth. If you can isolate the miter cut in a camera view, well, then you can figure out what the angle is. If you don't like that readout, then you can change it over here to minutes and seconds. I don't know why you would, but you could. There is that same angle expressed in that language. Now, as a pitch, it's 5 and 5/16 12. Now, if you want to get something accurate, then go with the snaps and make sure that the snaps are turned on, because that's accurate for this framing member. So you see where I'm going with this. There's ways that you can use tools in concert with each other and gain the information that you need and want. So any line I can draw in here, let's draw that line, open it up, look at the line there, and it's still displaying that like I told it to as a pitch. Let's go back to degrees. There is it's a minus 37.5 degree angle, this line here, the one that's selected. Okay, does that help you out some? I don't on purpose mean to speak Greek, but sometimes when you use the English language to try to describe something, it doesn't come across as lively as if it's you also have a graphic demonstration to go with it. Thank you.